Hello children, how are you all? Welcome to English class. In my last class we have finished 100 dresses part 1. Today I am back with you all with the second part of 100 dresses by A. Besor Sthur. Okay, so we have seen in the first part that there was a dress competition and dress designing competition rather, and Wanda got the first prize because she has designed, her design was numerous designs. She has designed 100 dresses and that all the designs were very innovative. Now let's see how people reacted. The students were circling the room and admiring the dress designs made by Wanda. A notice from the principal's office came. Miss Mason told the class that she had received a letter from Wanda's father. She said that she was going to read it before the class. The students got ready to listen. In his letter, Wanda's father had informed Miss Mason that Wanda would not come to the school anymore. They were moving to the big city. In the city, nobody would consider her name funny and laugh at her. So, what are we seeing? That as because she was being humiliated by all the children in the school, so her father decided that he would not send Wanda further in this institution as she is getting humiliated as well as she was becoming a matter to laugh. People were laughing on her and she was feeling very embarrassed. She was insulted regularly, and her father has decided to move on to a city where she would be given respect and would not be feeling embarrassed. So the entire class became silent. Means they could not estimate that Wanda is going to leave the school, and she was humiliated in such a way that she could not resist the pain anymore. Miss Mason understood their feelings. She told them that no one should hurt anyone's feelings just because his or her name is long or funny. She said that what happened in the school was Wanda was bad. She asked them to think about that. Maddie listened to what Miss Mason said about Wanda. She could not concentrate on her studies. She had a sick feeling. It was true that she had never made fun of Wanda herself, but at the same time, she had not enjoyed Peggy asking Wanda about her dresses. On such occasions, she said nothing and stood silently, but that was also bad. She felt that she was a coward and never stopped Peggy from making fun of Wanda. Now, this is the consciousness or conscience of human being. When you are not a part of something wrong, but you are visualizing, it is taking place in front of you, and you are silent viewer of the incident, then you are also equal to the criminal who is committing the crime. You can ask why? Because I'm not doing anything. Very true. You are not doing anything. But you are not opposing also. Either you should oppose or it means you are supporting. If somebody, for example, if somebody comes and put his hand up to slap you, what you will do? You will stand on like a puppet, or you will move towards and hold the hand and ask, why the hell are you coming to slap me out? Because I must know my mistakes. This means what? You have the sense in yourself that the thing which is going to be done should not be done. But if you kept on standing like that, and the person next to you would have come closer and slapped you out, then you would have been the target. Correct? So that's why when you are not supporting any action, then you have to oppose. And if you are not opposing any action, then it is proved that she is not telling anything. That means she is supporting. But the fact was, Maggie never supported Peggy's behavior towards Wanda. Rather, she used to feel bad. She could feel how Wanda had to overcome these situations. But now she is suffering with inferiority complex. she is suffering with wrongdoer complex. That why she did not opposed. Yeah, it's true. She had not supported, but she has not opposed also. If she would not have been coward, if she would have opposed, then today probably Wanda would have been with her. Okay, so this thing was going on inside her mind. Mary wondered if she could do anything. She wanted to meet Wanda and tell her that had never meant to hurt her feelings. She made up her mind to go to her house and tell Wanda that she had won the contest and her 100 dresses were beautiful. She decided that she would find Wanda Petronsky. She and Peggy would go to her house to meet her when the school was over. Peggy herself told Maggie to go to Wanda's house. Wanda was happy to hear Peggy suggest that on her own. They walked towards her colony. On the way, Peggy said that she had never called Wanda a foreigner. She always thought that Wanda was a dumb girl. She never imagined that Wanda could sense the girls had been making fun of her. Mary said nothing. She just she just wanted to meet Wanda and tell her that they were sorry for the treatment. She would request her not to move away. Now both of these girls are suffering with their own complex. Maggie could understand that she would have opposed the action or the behavior which Peggy was doing with Wanda. Again, Peggy felt that probably I was making fun of her, and so she felt bad. So I will go to her house and I'll confess my mistake and I'll request her not to leave the school or the place. After some time, Peggy and Mary found Wanda's house in the Boggins Heights. The house looked shabby but clean. But there was no one in the house. Peggy knocked the door. There was no response. Wanda and her family had already left the place. On the way back, Peggy said that her asking Wanda about her dresses actually helped her. Otherwise, she might not have won the drawing contest. But Mary was not satisfied. She could not sleep that night. She thought of Wanda, her dresses, her drawings, and her house. At last, she made a decision. She decided that she would not keep quiet if someone made fun of anybody before her ever again. She would not mind even if she had to lose Peggy's friendship. She had no way of making things right with Wanda, but now she would never make anybody unhappy. Children, this is really very sad that we do realize our mistakes. But when we realize at that time the ball is out of our court, যতক্ষণ তোমার হাতে সিচুয়েশনটা থাকবে ততক্ষণ তুমি ওটাকে কন্ট্রোল করতে পারবে, বাট দ্য মোমেন্ট দ্য সিচুয়েশন ইজ আউট অফ ইউর হ্যান্ড, even if you make your head stuck with the wall, you will not be able to control it. That is the thing happened over here. Now Maddie is taking decisions. She is determining that she would not allow anyone else to humiliate others as it has been done with Wanda. If she would have protested, then probably Wanda would have been with her. But she took the resolution that no further Wanda is going to take place. No further any girl is going to get humiliated. But now she has nothing to do. On Saturday, Peggy and Maddie wrote a letter to Wanda. It was just a friendly letter. They praised Wanda's drawings. They wrote to her that she had won the contest. They mailed it to Bogan Sides with the request that it to be sent to her new address. A number of days passed, but there was no answer from Wanda. Peggy had begun to forget the whole incident. Mary tried to sleep at night, making speeches about Wanda. So then, after just this situation when they could not meet Wanda, they wrote a letter to Wanda and sent her in the feeling a bit tired. Sorry. So they went to Wanda's house, but they could not find her. And later on the next Saturday, they wrote a letter and they forwarded it to Wanda's email address and also waited for her reply. Days are going on, their works are going on. So slowly, Peggy started to forget about Wanda and whatever she has done with her. Maddie could not still sleep at night, and every night she talks with Wanda, as if Wanda is sitting beside her. Then it was Christmas time. Then it was Christmas time on the last day of the school. Miss Maston received a letter from Wanda. She showed the letter to the class and read it. Wanda had written that the girls could keep those 100 dresses because in her new house she had 100 new ones. She had gifted the green dress with the red trimmings to Peggy. She wrote that Maddie could have the blue dress. She wished Merry Christmas to all. They accepted the drawings on the new home. Peggy and Maddie held their drawings very carefully. They pinned the drawing in their bedroom. So days passed, the school was going on, and the Christmas celebration was knocking at the door. And at that moment, Vanda's teacher, sorry, got a letter from Vanda, and there she had written that she has given those dresses to her friends. One and Maddie and Peggy can keep those dresses as because she has shifted to a new house, and there she is having 100 new dresses. Peggy and Maddie took out the pieces of the dresses which she has mentioned. One one green dress and the other is blue dress. And green and blue dress, that part they cut it out. They took out the part of it and hang it in their own room very carefully so that it will not turn out. Maddie was missing Wanda too much because Wanda was very close to Maddie. Even Maddie was also very close to Wanda. There were tears in her eyes. She felt sad to think that she would never see Wanda again. She felt that Wanda had been nice to her. She gazed at her drawing for a long time. Suddenly, she noticed the face and head in the drawing. She looked like her own head and face. She was excited to find that Wanda had made the drawing specially for her. She ran to Peggy's house. She told Peggy that Wanda had drawn the drawing for her. Then they checked her drawing as well. There was Peggy's face in the drawing. Peggy was also happy to see that the face and head of the drawing looked like her. Peggy told Maddie that Wanda really liked them. There were tears in Maddie's eyes every time she thought of Wanda Petronsky. See, this girl, she left out. Now she is no more with Maggie and Paddy. But Maddie and Peggy, they are very emotionally touched when they found that the dresses which were allotted to them by Wanda, as she has mentioned in the last letter, blue dress to Peggy and that red dress to Maddie. And so, as because those dresses were given by their names, so they have sorted those dresses from the group and hanged it in their wall. Later on, when they checked out, first it was noticed by Maddie that Wanda had made her face on the blue dress, and the red dress Wanda has made the face of Peggy. This proves that Wanda really loved them. She could imagine that as because Peggy was very beautiful, what type of dress was going to suit her. And along with Maddie, what of the dress is going to be helpful for the Maddie to look beautiful. She was so sensitive about her friends, but her friends were very insensitive. They could not really read Vanda, as Vanda was very introvert. And the moment they got this letter, and the last day till they have that piece of dress in their house, they always used to feel bad, and tears used to come in their eyes to visualize or to feel the hurted feeling of Vanda when she used to reside with them in their school. Okay, so here ends the part 2. It's a very emotional story. I became a bit emotional. So this here ends the lesson 2 of your textbook 100 Dresses Part 2. For today, this is enough. I'll be back with you all along with the question answers and one new chapter. Till then, take care.